we found the trail. Fish on. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, folks. Welcome back, everybody, to another backpacking and fishing adventure. We're gonna be fishing for some golden trout and probably some golden trout hybrids. Guys, here's the deal. Here's the plan for this episode. We started today's hike at almost 8,000 feet of elevation. We're hiking to almost 10,500 feet of elevation. And even though this is the first week of July, y'all, we got so much snow here in California, we might encounter too much snow to where we're not going to be able to actually even camp or fish. I don't know. I don't know. As you can see, there's still massive dunes of snow, and we're actually following a creek almost the entire hike. And check this out. I mean, look at that. You see that down there? That's a creek, and it's flowing underneath this snowdrift. Now, of course, this section, this could have actually been an avalanche. That's why maybe there was just a lot of snow that settled in this little valley. Either way, I just wanted to show you that to give you a perspective of how much snow is out here, even in July. I have a backup plan. There is a lake that's closer at around like 9,500 feet. So if that extra, 1,000 feet or so makes a difference, then we'll backtrack to that lake. But if we get to that lake and it's snowed over, I don't know, we're gonna have to get creative then. So thanks for joining me on another fishing adventure, folks. Let's get to it. John Muir Wilderness, baby. Do you see those wildflowers out there? I think that's where we're going. So I forgot to tell you, Plan B is a smaller lake than Plan A is, and it's supposed to contain brookies. So I love brook trout. They taste delicious, fun to catch, but I really have my heart set on golden trout. They're California's state freshwater fish, and it's also arguably the most beautiful trout species in the entire world. We've arrived at the Wildflower Hill. Oh, look at this. Wow, oh my gosh. Woo! It's the sound of music. What the heck? Look at this, guys. Woo! Wow. Man, my wife, Dasha, she would not leave. She would not want to leave. She would frolic, actually. She would run into there and just frolic. And look at that pass. Woo, if you can see way up there. There's a lot of snow up there. A lot of snow. I don't think we're going that high, but I just checked the elevation. We're at around 8,400 right now. Wow. Actually, perfect time for some water. Guys, when you're backpacking, especially at high elevation, hydration is super, super important. It's actually one of the biggest things that's gonna help you with elevation sickness if you do happen to start to feel it. I did acclimate the night before. I slept in my car last night at around 7,900 feet of elevation, and so that should help me as I get higher and higher, because I spent 12 hours at a lower elevation. But even then, hydration is key. I want to thank my buddy Paul. He gave me this new water filter. It's called a Sawyer. I'm sure a lot of you guys actually know what this is already. I've been using a Katydin filter, if you remember from my previous episodes. And although I really like that water filter, the problem is that it's not very modular. You can use all the way up until like a typical 16-ounce plastic bottle can connect to the bottom of this. It's nice to have a water filter that's just a little bit more flexible in its uses. Snow melt, guys. This is melted snow. It's so tasty. Okay guys, so here's the deal. We gotta cross this creek. The original path that has you cross the creek, I just checked it out. It's raging way too fast. I saw a spot where the pack mules had come up here in the mountains where they cross over here, and that looks a lot more doable. So let's go check that out. No. Answer is no. Guys, that is, wow, that was so cold. Yeah, guys, never risk that. Never risk that. The way I could tell that I wasn't gonna be able to make it is that when I lifted my foot up to take the next step, I mean, that creek was just taking my left foot. I mean, it was just taking it right down the river. And I had to secure myself with my trekking poles to even get my left foot back down on the riverbed. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna backtrack. We found some spots that are much easier to cross. What we're gonna look for is we're actually gonna look for spots where the creek splits off into two forks, and then the flows get dramatically decreased that way. So we're gonna have to do some bushwhacking, but this is not something that's gonna stop our adventure. That was barely doable. That was barely doable, guys. That was like up to my shin. Oh, guys, do you see those fish? Do you see those fish in there? We found the trail. We're on it, or at least a trail that'll hopefully lead to the main trail. This guy's right here is where I tried to cross, and I just found out that if I went 50 feet down through this thick stuff, I could have crossed right there. That was an hour detour, a whole hour. Guys, the creek, look. Oh my gosh. That's perfectly fishable. We have to check it out. This is amazing. Gotta be fish in here. All right, well, right off the bat, I see none. But there's a lot of cover down there, so who knows? This is paradise. Well, we're not camping here. I want to keep going. I think we just got to take in this view. Okay, so here's the deal. I checked the map again, and we're gonna have to cross this creek at least 3 more times. I'm just really keeping my fingers crossed that we're gonna be able to navigate our way around this creek. Here's where we're at. That right there is a really catastrophic avalanche. And the fact is, we gotta go up. You might not be able to see it, but behind these alpine trees, there's a big rock cliff. And our trail is supposed to be on the other side of the creek, which is right down there, and we're supposed to be up there. I might have to backtrack again. All right, guys, here's the update. Remember when we saw that avalanche and we were like, let's turn back and let's see if we can find a spot to cross on the creek? Well, that plan did not pan out. There was no place to cross. The creek just ended up dipping right straight down into a waterfall. So we ended up circling back to where that avalanche was, and we climbed up that mountain, and I'm at the top right now, and I'm absolutely gassed. We gotta now climb down, and I'm hoping, according to my maps, there should be a trail right below this mountain, because all this bushwhacking is just, it's taking so much time. We have a beautiful view. And if you guys can see, right down there, that's that meadow creek that we saw a few hours ago. We very well might not make it to the lake. We might have to just pitch our tent in one of these other smaller lakes along the way. I just gotta see what's down this mountain. So let's find out. I haven't been able to film a whole lot because this terrain has been really, really difficult. I've had to secure the GoPro behind me. I can't be running that right now. We've been going through just a lot of thick aspens or huge rocky boulders. So I just can't, I just gotta have all hands on deck. So it's official. We are not gonna be able to make it to our original lake that we wanted to go to with the golden trout and the golden trout hybrids. I'm a little bummed. I'm actually trying not to be bummed, because the reality is, guys, there's just no crossing that creek. I got to the point where I thought I could just keep walking along this steep mountain that we've been walking up, but it's just too steep. The only trail on this side of the mountain is the one that I'm on right now, and it's, you know, it's a trail. It's better than what we've been doing, but it leads to a lake that is supposed to only have brook trout. There might be rainbow trout because there is a creek that's connecting it to a larger lake upstream that also has rainbow trout, but just not the targeted species I wanted. Regardless, it's okay. It's fish. I'm really excited to catch fish. I'm excited to eat fish. I'm starving. I think we only have like a half a mile left, and then we'll be there. I'm gassed. I'm absolutely gassed. And it's only because it's not the mileage. It's just because I've had to go off trail and go through some of the thickest alpine forests I've had to go through in a long time. On top of that, all these rocky boulders and tons of snow. And anyway, let's get to this lake. I'm so excited just to set up camp, bust out the fishing rods, and just fish. Fish until we drop. We got a Kodak moment. We got a Kodak moment, folks. Stunning. I can see where that grassy meadow was, I've come a long way. Well guys, we're here. Can you hear that? I have never seen any frogs out here before, and I've never heard them. At least not this much. This might be the I think it's like the yellow-legged frog. It's kind of rare out here. I think we're gonna go on that shoreline right over there. I think it's gonna be deeper. I'm seeing a ton of little fish, which is good. That means they're multiplying. Wow, beautiful, huh? Whew. Even though this is not our target lake, you can't beat that. No, sir. Okay, so here's the plan. We're gonna set up camp, and then we're gonna eat. I brought some ramen. I'm gonna eat some ramen, guys. I wanted to fish right away, but I am so hungry. I'm like so depleted that we're gonna have ramen now, get fueled up, and then we're gonna catch some brook trout for dinner. Okay, the sleeping bag, pad, and my pillow. I'll do that stuff later. Beef bone broth, shin black ramen. I've never had this out in the mountains, so it's gonna taste extra good. Here, check this out. I want to show you this. This is what I mean by modular. See what I mean? So I got 3 liters of water hooked up to the water filter down there, and it just saves you time. You don't have to keep refilling, you know, a smaller water container. Paul, thank you, bro. And we have a new stove, guys. My wife actually has my gas stove. She's actually on a girls' camping trip right now. I'm real proud of her. Okay, so this stove that we have here is actually a little wood-burning stove. I want to say thank you to Tom Shoe. They're the company that sent this to me. Thank you guys very much. I'm really looking forward to trying it out. It comes with a little grill for the top, which is nice. This is a little grate for the pan. Right now it's all in pieces. Let me set it up and I'll show you how this sucker works. Okay, so first we're gonna put down our little ashtray. Then goes this vent. That piece there. There we go. Like that. So what's cool, I'll show you guys, is that it's all contained in here. We're gonna put the wood and all the kindling down here, but then that ashtray is gonna hold all of the any ashes that are a result of the fire. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna start with, I'm gonna pack these pine needles in there. Make sure you find very dry wood. All right, let's set her ablaze. Now what's cool is that this there's a little slot that'll allow you to put in wood as it's cooking. So we're just gonna make sure that that's cooking pretty good. And now for our pot of water. Sorry guys, I just realized that that camera was not on here, so you couldn't really see anything. So I've been wanting to get a stove like this for a while because I love my gas stove, but it's gas. If for whatever reason that were to have a malfunction, I'd have to resort to making a fire, and a lot of these places that I fish and hike to don't allow fires. So this is a great alternative, just a backup stove. It only weighs a pound, actually. It's really light. So yeah, this is my first time using it. So we're gonna be cooking our fish on this and everything. So we'll give it a really good try. There's no verdict yet. I just like the idea, and so far, this is pretty sweet. So guys, it's, I don't know, it's gotta be like 4:30 or something. I started hiking at 7:15. I've had a protein bar, beef jerky, some nuts. That's it. And I didn't actually plan on doing that. I was really hoping I'd have got here a lot sooner. Oh, I'm so excited. Oh yeah, let's go. In goes the noodles. Yeah, I say that's ready. Let's go eat. Alrighty guys, it's fishing time. So I got a new gadget to show you. I have a thank you to Rigged and Ready. They are a fishing rod company in Great Britain, and it's called the Lake District, the specific area that they're at. And so they sent me, George, thank you George for sending me this. Basically, this is something that I've been specifically looking for a while. It's the multi-tool fishing rods. So this rod can be a couple of different kinds of spinning rods, like medium action, light action, but it also can be a fly rod, which is how we're gonna rig it up today. This specific package came with a reel and a fly reel as well, but I'm using my own fly reel. I will say the reel that they give you with this is a little bit, it's big. I would say it's a little bit too big for backpacking. I love the idea of this. That's all I'm gonna say, because let's catch some fish on it, and then let's catch some more fish on it, and really put some miles on it. Because I mean, any gear that I'm given to try out, I like to put on some miles before I start recommending it to you guys. But thank you George, thank you Rigged and Ready, very kind of you to send this over to me and let me give it a try. This is gonna be fun. Let's go catch some brook trout on it. So I grabbed the fly rod tip out of here. There we go, thickest part first. Yeah, I mean, I like this idea. If one of my rods were to break out here in the backcountry and I have this, it just gives me a peace of mind that I could either make it a fly rod or a spin rod. Yeah, so naturally guys, I'm seeing a lot of fish come up to the surface. I'm gonna try a black floating ant. That should produce. If not, I'll maybe try a couple other smaller topwater flies, because these guys, I mean, these things are surfacing all over, right over in here. Oh, wait a minute. I got this backwards. Guys, so check this out. This is actually the spinning rod end. So I'm gonna unscrew this. I'm gonna take this cap off. So as you can tell, my fly reel was way too far up. So watch this. Ta-da! Perfect. All right, let's string it up and let's go catch fish. Check it out. Just a little floating ant imitation. That's it. Really simple. Now, I don't think I'm gonna get this fly rod out really far like I want to. I think we're gonna have to wait for some Rapala action to do that. Fish on. That was awesome. That was dope. That was really cool. He just came and smacked that. Wow. What a gorgeous brookie. Look at that. Wow. Such vivid colors. Wow. There we go. There we go. These brook trout guys, they do not fight very hard at all. They're not like rainbows. They kind of just flop around. I'm like, problem with this guy is he got smaller. There we go. That guy just came right over and grabbed it. Some mountain brook trout. They're not big, guys. They're not very big at all. I might start keeping these. Okay, let's do this, guys. Let's go to a different spot, and if we're still catching sizes like this, we're just gonna keep them. This is what our dinner is gonna be like tonight. Beautiful fish, though. Beautiful little trout. So guys, actually, let me try like 5 or 6 casts with the spinning rod. I have a Rapala that I've done really well with, specifically with brook trout on. So if I can get this out in the deeper water, that could be where the bigger fish are. No, that's not exactly what I wanted. It's not exactly what I wanted. Come here. Looking for the bigger one. I know you're out there. Got one. Another small one. No bueno. No bueno. All right, I'm gonna try this Rapala first. It's gonna be hard to cast in here with the fly rod, but probably still give it a try. Lots of little taps. Oh, here we go. I'll keep this guy. Yeah. Here we go. Yeah. Yep, biggest one of the day. Yeah. This will be perfect. If we get like 4 more of these, we got dinner. Okay, we have a mission. Catch 4 more of those, and we have dinner. Let's do it. Here we go. Yeah. Okay. I think this is another keeper. Yeah. Yeah. Yep. Keeper. So this one looks like a female. It could still be a male. Brook trout are gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. They are part of the char family, so they're not exactly a trout. Oh, there we go. There we go. That's a good one. That's a good one. I'll never not say brook trout are beautiful. I mean, look at those colors, guys. Oh, that was a nice one. Well, nah, it's about the same size. He just really took it. Oh, actually, probably should keep this guy. He is bleeding. Yeah, we'll keep him. All right, so guys, here's the deal. I want to get one more fish. Guys, I am so pooped. You know, to this lake, it's only about 4 miles, but with all the detours I had to do because of how fast that creek was running. I'd probably hike close to 6 miles, but that was not the hard part. The hard part was hiking off the trail, going through all those boulders and aspen trees and bushes. Let's get this other fish and let's get to cooking. I just have my spinning rod with me because if I had my fly rod, I just get snagged every which way. Now it's shallower over here, but I think this is the inlet. Yeah, there's an inlet over here. Got a lot of follows. Nothing. You guys, do you see that buck? Do you see that buck out there? You guys, that's a buck. I can see the antlers. It has velvet on. I've never seen a deer up here. I've only ever seen their tracks. He hasn't seen me yet. Oh, I wish I had a better camera right now to show you guys, like zooming on him. Better footage is coming. I used to have my Zoom camera. I wanted to bring it on this trip, but my dad has it right now and I wasn't able to get it in time. He films hunting videos actually, so that's one of the reasons why he has it right now. There we go. Got a fish. This might be our keeper. Yeah, screw it. We're gonna eat this one. Alright guys, well here we are at probably my favorite part of every episode, where we get to cook our catch. And folks, I have some bad news for you. GoPro, yet again, corrupted my file. You know, at this point, every trip I go on, I always double check that my cameras are rolling and they're not glitching out. And I remember at this specific moment, I looked down at my camera and it said it was rolling. And here I am at my computer and the files are corrupted. So guys, I'm so sorry I can't share this close-up angle or my audio from the catch and cook. But I will say the brook trout was absolutely delicious. I got to sit there and eat my dinner, and you can see out in the lake, these trout were rising like crazy. So I'm glad I can at least share this one portrait with you guys. Well guys, we're jumping ahead quite a bit. This is actually the end of our trip right now. I was crossing the creek on my way back, and there was this one little spot that was a little deeper than the others, and I went in and it was only up to like my thigh, but it's so fast that I was able to hold on to a tree branch. That's why I was crossing this specific spot. There was a tree branch. Well, I had my GoPro stuck into my belt and the current just took it away. So I lost a ton of footage. No footage of me catching any fish, but man, I filmed some beautiful, beautiful meadows with rivers back there, and basically what we saw coming in, I fished that area. It's just it's gonna be one of those trips. It's gonna be one of those trips. So I'm sorry that this one's a little shorter and all that, but yeah. In any case, I'm glad I have the footage that I do, and glad I got to show you guys what I did have. Thank you for joining me on another fishing adventure. This one was an adventure, all right. Now you get out there and you make some memories of your own. Try not to lose a GoPro though. I'll catch you guys in another episode. See ya.